Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for passing by. Thank you very much for subscribing and thank you very much for watching my videos. You are greatly appreciated. Now by now everyone has seen the Red Bull clash where Spice was one of the opponents that was on in the clash and she won it. And persons are chiming in because she went on stage and she claimed that Mavado was a sellout and that he should move his BBC. Verbatim, I'm quoting, you understand? And it created an unease for many persons who are supporters of Mavado, persons who are supporters of the gully side, and also she made mention of Busy Signal being a sellout also, and it has created discomfort for a lot of persons. Many persons on the opposing side are saying that it's okay, it's clash, it means nothing, they should leave it there, and yada yada yada, it means nothing, it stays at the clash. And many persons are most likely, the scale is tipping, wherein many persons are on the opposing side, not in support of what Spice has said, more so than in support of her. And looking at the situation, and I'm seeing wherein the scale is tipping towards not being support of her and what she said. I think that, Spice has been in quite a few controversies of late. The first one was in the entire situation where she's going with RT Boss, her former spiritual man or Obia man, who she's in court with. He has filed a lawsuit against her because she went on her live. She interviewed a young man who said that he was SA and GRAP when he was underage by RT Boss. She believed the story. She called him RAPIST and accused him and saying that you did this to this boy, and she held him to the fire without knowing if these allegations are in fact true. And she was saying that there are other victims and they should come forward. RT Boss listened. He decided to file a lawsuit against Spice and they're actually going to court. Then again, we saw of lately where she had a controversy where she wanted to give speech to students in school saying that, it's inappropriate for you to have any form of sexual behavior practice or sexual practice while in your school uniform while being underage, while still having a parent and guardian who are legally responsible for you. Not only that, she just wanted a moment wherein she could go to the school and talk to the students and give speech. It was shut down because they believe that she is not suitable for that. I also gave my opinion on it and I did a video on it and move on. Now we're seeing wherein she went to the clash. She said what she said on stage, calling out Mavado a sellout and also saying that he should move his BBC, and it created an unease. She said it verbatim. Okay, I'm quoting verbatim what she said. And it's creating a lot of unease for the mass of the people. Now, while I look into the situation, I'm saying, yes, it's a clash. And during a clash, all bets are off and all gloves come off. So persons are going to say whatever about whoever, you understand? And people are saying that it's at the clash and he should leave it there. But I think people are being very disingenuous and people are being hypocritical, knowing that the Gully and the Gaza has been in split for many years. There's we see where Vybz Kartel came out and say that Professor Mavado is his brother and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, we haven't heard Mavado or take away anything from it. They have never been friends for a very long time. A lot of things have happened. We know the entire dancehall arena had split into Gully and Gaza. And most persons right now on the ground are in support of Gaza, who is Vybz Kartel, and Spice has professed to be a Gaza artist. Now I'm saying that if it is a clash and that's where it's left, why didn't Spice disrespect Vybz Kartel? She's not going to do it because she knows within her head that subconsciously her support is to Vybz Kartel. You understand? And she knows what would have been the result of disrespecting Vybz Kartel. But when it comes to Mavado, she believed that she could have easily said it and then leave it as an excuse that it's a clash and all bets are off. I do not support it at all. I believe it's hypocritical. I believe it's very disingenuous. And I believe that people are not completely honest in their opinion and what they have to say about it. There is absolutely no reason to go on the stage and call Mavado a sellout. If it's a dancehall clash and it's in the Red Bull, centered around Red Bull, sponsored by Red Bull, who do you expect the opponents to get dubbed from? Who do you expect them to get dubbed from? They're not going to get it from Taylor Swift, from Beyonce, from Justin Bieber, or even Usher. They are going to get it from other dancehall artists. Whether you got it from one artist and the opponent got it from the same artist, it makes no difference. Hello? You said it's a clash, right? So if it is a clash, what could possibly be the issue if the opponent got dubbed from dancehall artist Mavado? You went and you were disrespectful. You were not thinking. And this is one of the problems that a lot of persons are having, or the discrepancy that a lot of persons are having with Spice. It's almost like she believes she's always right. She's never in error. She's never apologetic. She doesn't believe that she's ever wrong or incorrect. She believes that she's always right. And with that type of behavior and mentality, you will simply be shut down when it comes to a lot of things. You'll be denied opportunity. Hence the reason persons did not want you to give speech in school, because they see what you portray within music, outside of music, the constant controversies and back and forth with other persons who you were not only dancehall artists just like them, but also persons who were in your circle. Hence you an RT boss who you were very close to. So people are looking into these things and they're like, at what point do you ever realize that you are wrong, lady? At what point? Persons are supporting it because they are Gaza fans. But had Spice came out and had disrespected Vybz Kartel, I'm sure none of you would have said, okay, it's just a clash and leave it there. No, you would have said she need to apologize to the world boss. She need to come out and say this and say that. But then when it is Mavado, it's okay to be very disrespectful and say what you felt like saying on stage during the clash, and then use the excuse as a guise that it is for a clash and you leave it there. Very disingenuous. You understand? And when I look into that situation, people need to understand that everybody, including Spice, need to understand that everybody is not Gaza. And the Vybz Kartel and Spice are not the only two artists who are in Jamaica, or dancehall artists in Jamaica. Other dancehall artists exist. They are not Gully supporters or Gaza supporters. And that's just a reality that you people need to get a grip on. Everybody's simply not going to be in support of your movement. It looks like a gang, and not everybody wants to be down with a gang. Not everybody wants to be down with controversies and moving with the element of confusion. Not everybody wants to be down with that. And people have seen what it has produced over the years. And there are people who simply do not want to have that to deal with while being a dancehall artist. So for you to come on stage and say that, that Mavado need to move his BBC and leave it alone, and then everybody's running and saying it's a clash, all bets are off. You know what you did, and you said it deliberately. Why didn't you say it to Bounty Killer? If Bounty Killer or whoever it is else that they had got dubbed from, why didn't you say it about them? You chose to say it about Mavado. Because your intention was really to be disrespectful. Because that's who you are, Spice. And that's a problem. Nobody wants to call him out. Everybody's scared. Everybody's afraid of this big bad bully who is in dancehall, and it's a Gaza. And if you're not Gaza, you should dead, or you should S your mother, or you should dive up in your mother, and you should this and you should that. The blatant disrespect that you people have for other persons out there, it's just through the roof. And enough is simply enough. When you are wrong, lady, you need to acknowledge that you are in grave error. You're a grown ass woman, a full adult, and if you can't see at any point that you are wrong, it says a lot about who you are. It says a lot about your character. And you might not know, and you keep using your skin color and complexion to say that this is why people do this and this is why people do that about you, and it's because of your skin color. And that's why I said, if you're the type of person who do not see or do not acknowledge any form of accountability for your actions, you will forever use your skin tone in guise of wanting to be a permanent victim. You are blinded by your actions and believe that your skin color is the reason why people are apprehensive in giving you a chance, giving you an opportunity. And when we look into it, we say, oh, they don't do it to the light skin girl, they don't do it to shit. They don't behave like you. That's another thing. They do not behave like you. Their songs might be dirty. Their songs might be trashy. But at the end of the day, they do not behave like you. They're not in constant argument with people. They are not doing back and forth on the internet. They will not go on a clash and say what you have said. That is the difference. But you believe in your head that you should go on stage and say just about anything and disrespect whoever, and you should leave it and say, okay, that is music. However, you are very particular about not doing it to your world boss, Vybz Kartel. And that's why I said the supporters are very hypocritical, they're very disingenuous, and they're very dishonest. It's not true. You would never do that and say that it is a clash when it comes to Vybz Kartel. You're very meticulous, you move smartly, you move with dexterity, you think twice when it comes to your world boss. You did the same thing. You went on Vybz Kartel Freedom Street show held in Jamaica, and you went on the stage, and what did you do? You disrespected Alkaline, and persons are making excuse for it. Alkaline has absolutely nothing to do with your performance or with Vybz Kartel. He has been laying low for quite a good moment. He has been laying low. He put out songs, they are not hits. His persons are there supporting him just the same, but the songs are not hits. So let's get that clear. But you chose to go on stage and stir controversies and call out Alkaline name. Now, if one of those artists should disrespect you or get someone to disrespect you on the mic, recording it and put it out there, you are going to strike back and say you didn't trouble them and it was just music and you left it there because you believe that you're the big bad bully in dancehall and nobody should say anything and you should stay on top all day every day, and once someone has come they must be your rival if they're not joining force with you and stuff like that, or come under your umbrella. And this is the way, this is the behavior that you put forward. If there is more to it, please let us know, but for what we are seeing, that's what you are putting forward. You can say anything about anybody and the excuse is that it is within music and you are just performing. But when someone else says it about you, then you are suddenly a victim and you're going to strike back and you're going to go on your live and you're going to tell them about their mother, their father, their underneath. You're going to disrespect people the worst way. Your name is being in mixed up with Obi and witchcraft. If this was a Macka Diamond or D'Angel or any other female artist, your people would have been the first to cancel them and take them out. But while this situation is going on where Obi Man is actually suing you for defaming him and saying that he had helped you to put your career not only on the top, but to keep you on the top, to cancel out other people, all of a sudden it's a lie. But had it been someone else that is in dancehall music that was accused of these things by someone who's actually in their corner saying that they did that for them, everybody else should come out and say that it is true. Because once again, who you like, there's always an excuse and a justification for their behavior. But who you don't like, let's get out harpoons, let's send them to the guillotine, let's throw them under the bus and throw them into the gauntlet. You understand? And this is one of the reasons why I said that a lot of persons are having a discomfort and unease when it comes to Spice. You understand? She loves controversy. She says she's a female Vybz Kartel, and I'm not sure if it is a wise move, but however she chose to take on that moniker, she's going to for the element, I'm sorry, of confusion, and she wants to put herself out there in a very controversial light and keep it going as is. And when there is a backlash or a ramification for it, then all of a sudden she is a victim. And that's what we are seeing now. Now, what if Mavado had strike back? He could have said a lot of things about you, Spice. He could have been disrespectful. He chose to take the high road. Alkaline could have done the same thing. He also chose to take the high road. But you believe that, okay, you're the bully and you can go on a mic and you can say anything about anybody and nobody should say anything about to you. Because once they decide to strike back, you're going to play a victim and say that you didn't trouble anybody. They're the ones who interfere with you. And like I said, the mass of the people are just very disingenuous when it comes to this entire argument and they're making excuse for it. But you know, that's Jamaican space. I do not expect better. But that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for your time and may God bless you. Bye-bye.